This is the O2C Media Network, and this is Final with Steve the Baxman Baxley, brought to you by William Hill Sportsbook. Let's make it interesting. WLNS TV6, here for you for over 71 years, and the O2C Media Network. I'm Franklin Pangborn, sitting in for the usual announcer, Harry von Stuttgart. And here's a man that doesn't sit in for anyone. It's because it's his show. Steve, the Baxman Baxley, with the headlines that make for the details in a very unusual world of sport. Here's Steve. Hey, thank you very much, Franklin. And good evening, everybody. Welcome to rather I would say unusual Tuesday night, but wow. That would be somewhat telling a tale. And no, not as old as time, Beauty and the Beast. But before we do, guys, send out a big congratulations to good friend, the best lady, the first lady of Comicsgate, our good friend, Miss Mandy Summers, our good friend and YouTube neighbor, Mandy Summers. She hit 3.5K subscribers on her channel. And that is an accomplishment that we have to, if we're all fixed, if we have to, we got to do it. Let's give her a little hand. There we go. There we go. All right. In her honor, we got a ton of sports news, and we start off our little sports case. By the way, got to thank her for a nice plug, and I'm glad her and Pete enjoyed our red flannel edition of Sports Final. Now we're fully in our usual outfit for now, and I did have the butt flap. And by the way, if you want a pair of red flannels, they still make them here in Michigan. Go to redflannels.com and order yourself a pair. I would love to see Mandy Summers in a pair of red flannels, especially one with the feet in and the hat. And Pete, just picturing Peter Gilmore in a pair of red flannels with the hat on. Also picturing Wyatt, but hey, that's just me. Anyway, got a lot to do. Yes, we will update you on What the Wizard, the Portal of Echoes, and everything else going on. But right now, let's get to the action here. Let's get to our sports report. And we do start off with breaking headlines that really got into us today. Of course, the latest up. Of course, I speak of the latest update on the condition of Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods was seriously injured after being involved in a car crash Tuesday morning near Ranchos Palos Verdes, California. He had to be extracted from his sports utility vehicle as it sustained major damage following a single vehicle rollover traffic crash, according to the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department. The 45-year-old Woods is undergoing surgery for multiple leg injuries, Agent Mark Steinberg told Golf Digest early today. He has reportedly suffered two leg fractures, one compound in nature, and a shattered ankle, according to the Los Angeles Times, which is citing a source familiar with Woods' treatment. Now, Woods' injuries are not life-threatening. He was conscious, calm, and lucid when paramedics arrived on the scene. Paramedics deemed him to be in serious but stable condition, with an LASD representative on Tuesday night saying Woods was lucky to be alive, crediting his vehicle, which is a 2021 Genesis SUV, and a decision to wear a seatbelt. The SUV's only occupant, he was extracted by paramedics through the windshield of the vehicle, according to Los Angeles County Fire Department. There were no evidence of impairment. Now, a lot of the media, including us, we said that they had the use of life, but apparently that was inaccurate, and for that we apologize on our end. They said that they used a where's the thing, guys? I lost the mental script. Called a hooligan's bar and an axe. Go. Hooligans open a way out and bring Woods out. Woods was transported to Harbor UCLA Medical Center by ambulance to be treated for his injuries. LAFD Chief Darrell Osby explained that Woods' transportation to a trauma center rather than a local hospital indicated that his condition was not critical. Woods was reportedly traveling at a high rate of speed when he lost control of the vehicle before crossing the center divider, with the SUV rolling multiple times. Law enforcement sources told the LA Times. The LASD did not confirm that description of the crash, but did note the area has had a high rate of car accidents because vehicles are traveling downhill on a very steep curve. The crash, which occurred shortly after 7 a.m. Pacific time, is under investigation by the LASD. Helicopter footage of the crash scene from television station KCBS in Los Angeles showed a SUV laying on its side in a ditch at the bottom of a hill with heavy damage sustained by its front end. Numerous pieces of the vehicle were in nearby areas. Airbags deployed, but the cabin inside the SUV was relatively unaffected, according to the LASD. Wood spent the weekend in Southern California as he was host at the 2021 Genesis Invitational, which is sponsored by his foundation. He remained there early this week to work with other celebrities as part of planned promotional activities. The 15-time major champion with 82 career PGA Tour wins has been recovering from yet another surgery on his back with hopes of this year. He told CBS Sports' Jim Nantz on Sunday during the Genesis Invitational that he hoped to play in the 2021 Masters this April if cleared by doctors. Woods last played on December 20th of 2020 at the PNC Championship in Orlando, Florida. Athletes and celebrities have spent the majority of Tuesday sending Woods well wishes on social media. Now, we will continue to update this story when events warrant and develop here on Sports Final, as well as on our mini broadcast at 4 o'clock. If any breaking news comes in, we'll bring it to you. Anyway, so a big old thank the Lord he put on a seatbelt. There's one lesson people should learn. If there's one lesson I think Tiger Woods is don't buy any more don't go with any more SUVs. And by the way, I love the coverage from CBS Sports Network and the Golf Channel. But one network was missing from it. And once again, I have to take them and the gentleman who runs them to task. And I will later on before we sign off the air. But Tiger Woods, indeed, lucky to be alive. In other news in the National Football League, well, all you folks can breathe a sigh of relief, Steeler fans. The status quo will remain for the Pittsburgh Steelers as the quarterback position in this season. Ryan Tallner, Ben Roethlisberger's agent, confirmed to the NFL Network's Aditi Kinkhabwala that the club indeed wants the quarterback back as its starter for next season, and the two sides are committed to bringing down his cap hit to further put a competitive club around him. Tallner added that Roethlisberger was not satisfied with how Pittsburgh's season came to a close in 2020, which has lit a fire under the quarterback as he approaches his age 39 season. The news of Roethlisberger's return to the Steelers for the upcoming 2021 season comes off the heels of a meeting the quarterback had with team president II that reportedly went well. Roethlisberger's future in Pittsburgh seemed to be on thin ice as recently as last week when Steelers general manager Kevin Colbert was pretty blunt about the veteran's situation. Rooney also admitted to reporters that the club couldn't have him back under the current contract. Now, to prevent a potential divorce, Roethlisberger made it abundantly clear that he would do everything I can to get creative with his contract to bring that number down, which Tallner reiterated in this most recent statement. While Roethlisberger has just a $4 million base salary and a $15 million roster bonus for 2021, the big issue is his $41.25 million cap hit. Joel Corey of CBS Sports detailed last month that the reason Pittsburgh has such a massive cap hit for Roethlisberger this coming season is because of a maneuver they made last offseason. At the time, the club lowered his 2020 cap hit from $33.5 million to $23.75 million by converting $19.5 million of its $21 million compensation for the 2020 season into a signing bonus. Because of that move, his 2021 cap number shot up by $9.75 million. As Tallner noted, the two sides would soon get to work to bring that number to a more palatable spot for Pittsburgh heading into an off-season where salary cap is set to decrease from 2020. The 2021 season will be the 18th year of Roethlisberger's career, similar to those previous 17. Number 18 will be in a Steeler uniform. Huzzah. Now we don't have to keep updating people on that story. It spoke for itself. Hallelujah. Ben Roethlisberger, always a Steeler. Okay, more headlines. NBA news. And, well, kind of looks like the Lakers reunion with DeMarcus Cousins may be unlikely, but that doesn't mean they're out of any pictures. No, sir. They're not. The LA Lakers cleared a roster spot Monday night when they decided to waive guard Quinn Cook, and with Anthony Davis still out due to an injury, the immediate speculation was that they would look to add a big man to help deal with his absence. The most prominent available big man is DeMarcus Cousins, who spent part of last season on the Lakers roster, and reports already linked the two sides for a possible reunion. But according to the LA Times' Brad Turner and Dan Wolke, Cousins' return to the Lakers is unlikely at this point. They're reporting that the Lakers are not going to immediately fill Cook's spot, which makes sense. Lakers are pressed up against a hard cap, and the longer they wait to fill their two vacant roster spots, the cheaper the prorated minimum contracts they offer free agents will be. That will allow them to keep a few extra dollars under the hard cap line in case they need to make a slightly unbalanced trade at the deadline. Now, a possible target, according to Turner and Wolke, is Sacramento Kings big man Hassan Whiteside. The Kings have fallen to number 11 in the Western Conference, and Whiteside is playing only $14.6 million per game, his lowest total since becoming a starter in the 2014 to 2015 season. What he would offer the Lakers at the moment sorely needed size. They do not currently have a 7-footer on the roster. With Davis out, the Lakers have struggled to defend the rim. Now, Whiteside does not defend the perimeter well at all, but routinely racks up some of the highest block totals in basketball. Whiteside will likely struggle to earn minutes in the postseason, when Davis will likely slide back over to center for the bulk of his minutes. However, he could help fill a regular season void. Now, the Lakers waived Cook for flexibility above all else. It was a sign that Rob Pelinka believes that this roster needs to be upgraded. What form that will take remains to be seen, but a need of a little pick-me-up. As reports suggest, that indicates that virtually anything could be on the table for the Lakers. I can't wait to find out. Can you? Okay. Wow. We're getting a little goody on this. All right. More headlines to come. Let's right now get you some scores. And for that, we first go to the NBA scoreboard. And I take a little drink. That is a little drink. Okay, let's get going. Here are your NBA scores early in the fourth quarter. It's the LA Clippers by 10 over the Washington Wizards, 104-94. At the end of 3 quarters of play, it is the Portland Trailblazers and Denver Nuggets in a 78-78 tie. Cleveland Cavaliers beat the Atlanta Hawks by 112-111. Pistons overturned the Orlando Magic, 105-93. Nets over Sacramento, 127-118. Mavericks over the Celtics, 110-107. Philadelphia 76ers, 109-102 win over the toughest nails, Toronto Raptors. Golden State Warriors over the Knicks, 114-106. And finally, the Minnesota Bucks beat the Milwaukee Bucks beat the Minnesota Timberwolves 139-112. That's your NBA scoreboard. Now, since we're talking basketball, let's shoot some hoops. It's time for the men. It's time for some men's basketball. And we got you covered on that. It's right. And oh boy, no, if we don't do it, on that. No. There we go. All right. It's been a day, folks. It's been a day. Let's get you updated on the scores on both the ladies and the men's team. Excuse me, folks. In 18 days, 17 hours, 6 minutes, and 23 seconds, the madness begins with Selection Sunday. Okay, let's get on with it, shall we? Number 2 ranked Baylor, 77-72 winner over Iowa State. Michigan State returns with a vengeance to the win column. They upset 5th-ranked Illinois, 81-72. 7th-ranked Oklahoma, humbled by Kansas State, 62-57. 8th-ranked Villanova over St. John's of New York, 81-58. 10th-ranked West Virginia, 74-66 winner over TCU. 14th-ranked Texas over 17th-ranked Kansas City in overtime, 75-72. Georgia Tech beat, here we are. Beat 16th-ranked Virginia Tech by a score of, 69. Where's our, thank you. Yep, Georgia Tech beat 15th-ranked Virginia Tech 69-53. Old Miss, there. Yeah, I'm off for Clemson. Let's see. Michigan State upset 5th-ranked Illinois. Kansas State a winner over 7th-ranked Oklahoma, 62-57. 8th-ranked Villanova over St. John's, New York, 81-58. 10th-ranked West Virginia, 74-66. Rate. Okay. Oh. All right. West Virginia. 10th-ranked West Virginia, 74-66 winner over TCU. 14th-ranked Texas, 75-72 winner over 17th-ranked Kansas. 16th-ranked Virginia Tech loses in a heartbreaker over Georgia Tech, 69-53. 24th-ranked Missouri just took a chance, but Old Miss would have nothing of it. And there was your pizza candidates. All right. All right. Let's keep going here. Okay. Kansas State defeated 7th-ranked Oklahoma with 62-57 final score. 8th-ranked Villanova, 81-58 winner over St. John's Villanova. Anyway, there we go, sneaking in a little catnip. 10th-ranked West Virginia, 74-66 winner of. Anyway, I'm doing it again, aren't I? Yes. Anyway, stop that, Steve. There we go. Okay, 14th-ranked Texas over 17th-ranked Kansas, 75-72 in overtime. Georgia Tech beats Georgia Tech beat 16th-ranked Virginia Tech 69-53. Old Miss dropped 24th-ranked Missouri 60-53. Liberty won over North Alabama 74-54. Ohio is cheaper than Akron. A little know Bethlehem. Liberty is 74-54 winner over North Alabama. Ohio over Akron 90-73. Pacific over San Diego 77-67. Miami of Ohio over Central Michigan 96-54. Georgia State a winner over Appalachian State 85-71. No harm. I'll underline it. There we go. I'll speak quickly. Buffalo over Northern Illinois, 102-74. Richmond over Massachusetts, 79-65. VCU, 67-65 win over San Luis. Florida, 74. Akron. Anyway, why am I doing that? Should take a break. That's one of the things we try to do here on this broadcast. We don't try to sleep. Anyway, to this, as you know, this broadcast is sort of given a boost by the folks at William Hill Sportsbook. Nothing lifts life like sports. Nothing lifts sports like a bet. So don't listen to those so-called experts. Bet on yourself. William Hill Sportsbook is now in Michigan. Download the William Hill Sportsbook app and let's make it interesting. And of course, if you want to make it interesting, make it very achievable, in other words. There you go. Make it very achievable. William Hill Sportsbook. Okay, because he was streaming live this afternoon, the financial hearing in one of the congressional areas in the Capitol. So y'all get a nice little bit of workout. There's no Nick Ricciuta tonight, unless he surprises us all, which he probably will. All right, there we go. And let's keep going. Pacific over San Diego, 77-62. Miami of Ohio over Central Michigan, 96-54. Georgia State, an 85-71 winner over Appalachian State. Buffalo 102, Northern Ireland 74, Richmond 79, Massachusetts. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. Talking in tongues. Buffalo over Northern Illinois 102-74. Let me see if we have a. I think so. Oh, I'm glad. Oh, yeah, we do. Buffalo over the. Richmond over Massachusetts, 79-65. VCU over St. Louis, 67-65. Florida over Auburn, 74-57. Campbell over High Point, 68-48. Bowling Green over Eastern Mich, 82-69. That's right. Georgia, 91-78 winner over LSU. Louisville over Notre Dame, 69-57. Louisville over Notre Dame, 69-57. Prairie View, a 72-56 winner over Arkansas Pine Bluff. Penn State and Nebraska ended with 86-83. Texas Southern over Mississippi Valley, 82-54. And let's see. Penn State over Nebraska, 86-83. Okay. Texas Southern over Mississippi Valley, 82-45. Arizona over Washington, 87-64. UConn over Georgetown, 70-57. Anyway, what am I doing? Bowing my head. Anyway, Texas Southern, Mississippi Valley, 82-45. Arizona State over Washington, 97-64. And games between Texas A&M and Kentucky, UCF and MSU, and North Carolina and Boston College all were postponed due to the COVID situation. There you go, kiddies. Your top of the hour reminder of power. And trust me, oh God. Anyway, it is now time to put you back in place and let the ladies come out and serve well the basketball. If you're ready, oops, hello. Let's, well, let's let's get you, excuse the toppage here. Let's go to where the women are. It's college basketball, and the ladies have the floor, as usual. So, here we go. Yes, sir. With an entire scoreboard for you, ladies. All right, let's go to it. 8th ranked Maryland over Iowa, 111-83. Georgia State over Coastal Carolina, 73-68. Bellarmine, 80-70 over North Alabama. Stony Brook, 62-42 winner over Albion, New York. Prairie View, 79-71. 79-71 overtime winner over Arkansas. Pine Bluff, Mississippi State over Auburn, 81-68. Yeah. Sacred Heart over St. Francis of Pennsylvania, 76-60 in overtime. Texas Southern over Mississippi Valley, 78-66. Western Carolina over ETSU, 62-48. Belmont over Tennessee, 77-56. Tulane over the Metal Guys area. All right, yay. Sacrament, oh, I've already said the 76-70. Texas Southern over, no, I've already, yeah, well, just in case. Texas Southern over Mississippi Valley, 78-66. ETSU or East Tennessee State, a loss over Western Carolina, 62-48. Belmont put a spell on on Tennessee Tech, 77-56, and Tulane over Memphis, 72-52, and New Mexico over the Air Force, 80-66. No, oh, they're still continuing to build it. That's good. Okay. Oh, all right. There we go. Let's get on board with the official wordings. If we have them, yes, we do. Yay. Before we do that, let's see if we gotta do a little change of our own, ladies and gentlemen. All right. We're getting there. And we're getting there with ruffles and flourishes, or words to that effect. Okay. We've already done the little important things. Let's get going here. Oh boy. All right, let's we did the NBA and college basketball, both men and women's. We still got some headlines to catch up on. And of course, we do a lot of chutzpah. You don't need the, thank you. There you go. All right, let's get you the NHL scoreboard as we pile it on with more headlines being delivered to us. Early in the third, it's the Canucks 3, Oilers 2, Sabres 4, Devils 1. Yeah, okay, wow, thank you. Early in the third quarter, Canucks and Oilers tied at 3. Final scores, we got them, you want them, we flaunt them. Sabres over the Devils 4-1. Ulmark for Buffalo, 41 saves. Olafson for Buffalo, 1 goal. Reinhardt for Buffalo, 2 assists. It's the Linda Steele Chicago Blackhawks beat the Blue Jackets of Columbus in a shootout, 6-5. Kane for Chicago, 1 goal, 3 assists. Lane for the okay, hold on. Oh man, that should be. Mm. Ugh. Ugh. Okay, here we go. Buffalo Sabres beat the New Jersey Devils 4-1. Oh, I've already read those. Linda Steele Chicago Blackhawks beat the Columbus Blue Jackets 6-5. Kane, 1 goal, 3 assists. Lane, 2 goals, 1 assist. And Borkstrand, 1-6. There we go. Now, I'm going to do a slight pause here. Going to get something to keep me very much awake. So give me a few moments and we will be back in a flash. And I mean a flash. Okay. All right. More sports in a full hour. Yep. Right, okay. Oops. All righty. Hi, Uno. How you doing? Okay. Let's get back to the fun of this little show. Blackhawks, Blue Jackets, 6-5 in the shootout. Kane for Chicago, 1 goal, 3 assists. Lane for Columbus, 2 goals, 1 assist. And Borkstrand for Columbus, 2 goals. I'm back. In overtime, Penguins 3, Washington Capitals 2. And your 3 stars for that game were Kapanen for Pittsburgh, 1 goal, 1 assist. Jerry for Pittsburgh, or Yari, either way, 20 saves. And Vanicek for Washington, 34 saves. The Ottawa Senators beat the Montreal Canadiens in a shootout, 5-4. Tkachuk for Ottawa, 2 goals. Weber for Montreal, also 2 goals. And Batherson for Ottawa, 1 goal and 1 assist. And, well, again, the Red Wings just didn't have it in them. Nashville Predators blanked the Red Wings 2-0. Forsberg for Nashville, 1 goal, 1 assist. Rinne for Nashville, 24 saves. And Tolvanen for Nashville, 1 goal. Stars and Panthers were postponed. And that is your NHL outlook, along with the 3 stars. Okay, let's so we gotta do it, don't we? Yes, we do. Oh, we've already done it. We already did the college basketball for women and men. By the way, congratulations again to Michigan State. They have joined the bubble after the upset of number 5 Illinois. They must win out overall to assure themselves of their 23rd trip to the tournament. Right. We'll let you know that a lot more. Please join us. And right now we're going to be ready. Get set. Let's go. It's time for the Baxalog. That's right. And we're going to talk a little bit about something I need to get off my chest. And trust me, I have a lot on my mind tonight. And the one thing as a sports fan that I have on my mind is simple. Every sports network, from CBS Sports Network, NBCSN, the Golf Channel, even Fox News and all the news organizations, should stress cable. Some networks also were in on it. Broke into regular programming to report on the Tiger Woods accident. There was yet once again one sports network that unfortunately couldn't cover it, except on a crawl. And that, once again, Fox Sports won. Fox Sports cable empire, it seems, still skittish about covering major sports news. You know, early in their existence, Fox Sports 1, their mission was for the sports fans to have a little fun, to be sort of the anti-ESPN. And they did so with some great programming, including Regis Philbin. He actually did a sports show with Katie Nolan and company. But their cornerstone of FS1's programming when it launched was a sportscast that was unique. Why? Because it combined, well, it was unusual in aspect. It was from the sports fans' point of view. And while Fox Sports Live had its shining moments, it sort of was, well, detoured a little bit, as it also contained elements where athletes, or as someone would say, athletes / analysts, would talk about the topics of sports in the eyes of an athlete. And that was okay, but still, Fox Sports Live was a sports news program anchored by two very funny people. That's right, sports anchors from Canada's TSN, Jay Onright and Dan O'Toole, were the lead pack dogs in a full-on sports news department. Well, hopefully we got it all set. Then, I mean, everything was going good. The ratings were starting to come around. Everybody, sports fans, were starting to take notice and enjoy and like news source, a sports news source for the fan. I'm going to sneeze. Achoo! And then, just as things were getting good, it happened. Yes, it happened. Our sound effects machine has gone on the fritz. Come on, boys. You mean we've lost the boom. Okay. There, well. Come on. Sounds like 60 minutes. Anyway, there's supposed to be a bomb blast. The boys over at Fox Sports decided they'd hire, well, all I can say about this guy is His name, his name is, of course, he who shall not be named on this broadcast. He was hired away from ESPN when he reshaped that network, not to be more sports fan friendly, but to allow for opinion and discussion. And he reshaped SportsCenter. He was hired from there to go to NBC to do the same thing with the Today Show. But as soon as he got hired, there was a report of a revolt on the Today Show if he even stepped 1 foot inside 30 Rock. Suffice to say, NBC news executives and the president of said network news department reversed their decision, and he who shall not be named left and was immediately hired by Fox Sports to help steer Fox Sports 1 and their sister network, Fox Sports 2. Well, everybody was happy. Finally, they're going to beat ESPN. No, they weren't. He who shall not be named eviscerated the Fox Sports News department, shut it down, canceled Fox Sports Live and their companion broadcast, America's Pregame, and instead brought on opinion shows. And thus, where there's breaking sports news, you won't find Fox Sports covering it. And that's wrong. And to the new head of sports operations for Fox, I say to you, enough's enough. You can't put breaking news on a crawl across the screen. You have to cover it. And frankly, as a sports fan, that's one thing I really don't like about Fox Sports 1 or its companion, Fox Sports 2. You had a good thing, and yet you hired someone who, destroyed what was a very, very capable sports news department. Shut it down, eviscerated it, and, well, to be honest, you got neutered by he who shall not be named any further. And it cost you. It cost you a lot. Granted, I like the shows in the morning all the way down to Speak for Yourself. So I'm going to speak for myself and tell the head of sports programming at Fox this. Don't you think haven't you had enough of being totally embarrassed while others cover breaking sports news? You've been sitting on the sidelines too long. You need to restart, resupply, and get that sports news department back online. You're slowly reshaping your foxsports.com and Fox Sports app back to its prominence again. So how about bringing back America's Pregame and Fox Sports Live? You need to get back out there and prove that you guys aren't just another, well, to be honest, semi-boring sports channel. Not like ESPN News, which is basically ESPN 4, or excuse me, ESPN 3. So why don't you just restart it? I mean, hell, television networks love rebooting old TV shows. It's time to bring the sports department of Fox Sports out of the mothballs and back in the game. There is room, after all, for more than just one total sports network, don't you think? All right. We've done it. It was unscripted. It will probably no longer be heard, but I said my piece. My piece was spoken. Yahoo. Anyway, I know I wiped my nose on my shirt. I'm an uncouth person. I drink. Well, no, I'm not uncouth. I just have no couth. You know, you got to have couth to be uncouth. But here I am. Enjoy. Anyway, sorry for the constant, but we're alive. All right, let's get back to business at foot, hand, and mouth, and bring you up to date on the world of sports media. Yes, sir. And well, you're gonna love this, but we have some international news. There are plenty of strange stories out there about interactions between official league broadcasters and individual teams. But this takes the cake. This one out of Turkey is really up near the top. Qatar headquartered beIN Sports is the official broadcaster of the Super League, Turkey's highest soccer league, but prominent club Fenerbahce has been pushing back on them for months, lodging accusations that beIN is tampering with match outcomes with the video angles they provide, altering highlight packages to make Fenerbahce look bad, and more. As per London business newspaper City AM reporter Frank Dalares, Fenerbahce has, well, frankly, had enough and has had their players wear Be Fair shirts, the modified version of the famed beIN logo, in warm-ups and for interviews, and has used that logo on their sideline ad boards. It's now led to beIN launching a lawsuit for breach of intellectual property. That's right, beIN Sports Network is suing Fenerbahce for breach of intellectual property after they displayed Be Fair branding on the team's apparel and pitch side advertising displays. Fenerbahce and their president, Ali Koch, have adopted Be Fair as the slogan for a public relations war with the network, even going so far as doctoring beIN's branding. Now, lawyers for beIN are set to lodge papers with Turkey's IP courts in Istanbul in the next 24 hours. A beIN Media Group spokesperson said, we will take whatever legal action necessary to protect our rights. As we have shown before, we take an uncompromising approach to the protection of IP, not least because it is the economic foundation of football. Wow. Adam Crafton had some more of The Athletic, has some more context, including how beIN was blocked from the media pressers announcing the club's signing of Mesut Ozil in January, including some of the specific complaints Koch has leveled at beIN. Over recent months, Fenerbahce has appeared to question the integrity and neutrality of beIN Sport as a broadcaster. This includes the suggestion that beIN has intentionally provided camera angles that would damage Fenerbahce when VAR decisions are made by officials. The allegations that beIN has removed positive Fenerbahce phases of play from highlight packages, and a purported belief that beIN has instructed their commentators to criticize Fenerbahce players. beIN, of course, denies the allegations. On the Fenerbahce club website, Koch said that the summaries, lines drawn, and the slow motion positions shown represented an issue that Fenerbahce can no longer accept. beIN says it has not manipulated the highlights to omit Fenerbahce's successes, and also insists that all camera angles are provided by the league's official feed rather than broadcaster. In addition, beIN has been forced to deny that it provides less money to Fenerbahce than it is handed out to rival clubs. The broadcaster pays the money into a central pot at the Turkish top flight headquarters, and the money is then redistributed between the clubs by the league itself. Now, perhaps the most baffling development came in January. As matches are played out behind closed doors, BN has followed other broadcasters around the world and offered viewers the choice of artificial crowd noise. However, it emerged that one Turkish side's crowd noise included a derogatory chant against Fenerbahce supporters. When this was flagged to BN, an internal investigation led to two staff members being fired at the company, and the company issuing a public apology to Fenerbahce. Fenerbahce issued a statement on the club website saying, quote, "Since the beginning of the season, we have warned the broadcaster many times at the highest level for its decisions and approaches that are out of line. And we have communicated to them that our only expectation is an objective, fair, impartial policy. With this latest agenda, it has become clear that steps taken against Fenerbahce by the broadcaster have now been deliberately brought to an unimaginable level and will not be able to recover after this moment," end quote. Now, beyond that, the club has complained about BN's apology for that crowd noise being published to Instagram at 7:05 local time, p.m., 19:05 on the 24-hour clock. Rival Galatasaray was founded in 1905. And about Hande Sumiras, BN's television rights director, previously working at Galatasaray, those are some pretty out there complaints, and certainly unusual to see a team take its complaints with a league broadcaster to this level. It's really unusual to see the complaints rise to the level of clothing and to see the broadcaster sue the team in response. Well, how that will go, no one knows. Local parodies like this is permissible in some circumstances, in some jurisdictions, but I'm not an expert on Turkish IP law over here. In any case, the whole situation gets more interesting still when it comes to this being one of the last 2 years of BN's Turkish TV contract. They're paying a lot of money, $370 million a year right now, $500 million a year initially before an economic downturn for this league. Now they're facing some rather unusual criticisms from a particular club and launching legal action in response. Welcome to the world of contract renewals. Stay tuned. This story may be getting good. Michigan State, Ohio State drew CBS's largest regular season college basketball numbers since March 2019. An average of 2.63 million viewers were watching. Let's see.
Is the car locked?
Yes. And ESPN has picked up the women's Frozen 4 rights starting this year. Congratulations. And we have some bigger news for Aaron Rodgers fans. Aaron Rodgers continues his 2-week run as Jeopardy guest host. Aaron Rodgers' 2-week run as a Jeopardy guest host will begin on April 5th. We also have even more good news. Yes, more good news for Aaron Rodgers fans. Aaron Rodgers is now engaged. Oh, but not to former race car driver Danica Patrick. Maybe she's single. Maybe she likes guys with dad bods. Anyway, let's continue. That's right, kids. Aaron Rodgers is now off the market, ladies. I'm sorry. Ever since Green Bay Packer quarterback Aaron Rodgers surprisingly and subtly mentioned that he was engaged during his NFL MVP speech earlier in February, everyone's been waiting for who his fiancée is to be confirmed. There were many reports he was engaged to actress Shailene Woodley, and some close to the couple confirmed they were together, but the couple themselves have been very quiet. Well, on Monday, during an appearance on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, Woodley confirmed she is engaged to Rodgers and gave some insight to their relationship. She noted that while everyone else was shocked, they're used to being engaged. Quote, Yes, we are engaged. We are engaged, but for us, it's not news, so it's kind of funny. Everybody right now is freaking out over it. And we're just like, yeah, we've been engaged for a while, she said. He's first off just a wonderful, incredible human being, but I never thought I'd be engaged to somebody who threw balls for a living. Like I never thought as a little girl, I was like, yeah, when I grow up, I'm going to marry somebody who throws balls. Yay. The 29-year-old also joked that her dog would disown her if she didn't date Rogers because he can throw its toys farther for a while playing fetch. So we say congratulations and good luck also on hosting Jeopardy. Now, I know we got to do the scoreboard, and I just want to once again group everybody. Hello, Facebook friends. Hello, friends on Instagram, TikTok, on Gab Social, on Minds, on Twitter, Facebook, Twitter, Minds, Gab Social, Instagram, and of course, the ever lovable Dick. Now, you're probably asking yourself, why do we do this? Well, we said in the onset that Mandy Summers, who is my TikTok neighbor, well, yeah, but she is also my YouTube neighbor. She streams practically every night on her YouTube channel, Mandy Summers. Tonight, she did a special stream for a special reason. And do we have the special marking? And that special reason, she had in her subscriber base grew to 3.5K. And thus, I got to thinking, we here, her neighbors here at Sports Final, well, we need to do something for her. So we are, and might get me into a little trouble, but if we can pull this off, and I do mean if we can pull this off, boys. I think it's 8 seconds, but we'll go at like 10. So to Mandy Summers, who made it, who is the queen of Comic Skate. She is now the princess of YouTube. 3.5K subscribers. We give you at least 10 seconds of your favorite theme from your favorite show on TBS. So if we're ready, let's do it. Beans and cornbread. Beans and cornbread. Beans and cornbread. Beans and cornbread had a fight. Beans not cornbread out of sight. Cornbread said, now that's all right. Meet me on the corner tomorrow night. I'll be ready. I'll be ready 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 tomorrow night. Beans so cornbread if you. Okay, there you go, little beans and cornbread. Or as I like to do it, beans and cornbread. Mm-hmm. So there you go, little beans and cornbread by Louis Jordan. Was the theme music for a great show on TBS. I wish it would come back, called Dinner and a Movie. So to Mandy Summers, we got to applaud her. 3.5K of subscribers, including myself. There you go. Take a freaking bow. There you go. There you go. I think we did it. Yeah, we did. Okay, we did good. All right. And so did she. And speaking of Mandy Summers, we have the latest numbers. Although I will say at this austere moment in time that the following numbers may be a bit, as I bend, may now be a little outdated. But Mandy Summers, the queen of Comicsgate, thank you. Can you pump that up, please? Thanks. What the Wizard, the Portal of Echoes, over $4,510 has been backed for this newest comic book, the sequel to her hit comic book, What the Wizard, which is being remastered by His Lordship of the Art World, Sir Peter of Gilmore. And we here at the Sports Final want to say one thing. Good job. Good job. And to all of you out there, please go to Indiegogo.com and go to What the Wizard, the Portal of Echoes, and back this sucker. We want to see this thing go from 4 digits to 5 digits. We want it to best What the Wizard #1. And I think they went 12 or 13,000 at the end. So let's get this popping. Let's get it backed. All of you folks out there listening to me or watching me right now, please, by all means, back this comic book. Back all the comic books that talented people like Mandy Summers, Peter Gilmore, John Mallon, Ethan Van Sciver do. So, folks, please, Ethan Van Sciver, Sciver, let's do this with soul. Let's get Mandy Summers. Let's make her dreams extra special. And I want to see the backing go like maybe 14,000. Come on, let's do this, folks. Let's do this. If you love comic books, if you're like me and you are a collector of this, and you hate to see a genre misused, the comic book industry needs people like Mandy Summers to continue the tradition. And she and others like her are indeed the new blood of the comic industry. So if you can, back her book, Indiegogo.com, What the Wizard, the Portal of Echoes, 4,510. But I'll tell you this, we can get it up there. We can get it higher. We can get it past What the Wizard won. So if you folks out there can do it, you'll feel good. And best of all, if you do that, get some, select a perk. I know I have. And I tell you, it feels good to back some future talent, some very talented men and women in the Comicsgate world. So if you can, come on, let's rock this. Let's get that thing to 5 digits. Let's get that book to 5 digits, folks. 5 freaking deacon little digis. Why don't we check it out, because 45-10 was there. Let's see. We're getting an update on the situation. It is now 4,570. Let's keep backing this puppy. Let's back it, and let's make it rain success. Please do it. Indiegogo.com. Wart the Wizard, the portal of echoes. Okay. Now, we've done that. Masterfully, I might add. Okay, we're going now to Reservoir and get some scoreboards. That's right. Let's hit the most popular one, which by any means, light it up, and thank you. And let's pop it in. Thank you very much. Let's get over to some soccer scores, or as it's called in Britain, football. In Champions League action, Atletico Madrid, sorry to say, lost to Chelsea 1-0. Bayern Munich beat Lazio 4-1. In the Premier League, it was Leeds United over Southampton 3-0. Women's European Cup, European Championship qualifying, Group A, Slovenia women defeated Estonia women 9-0. Group D, Azerbaijan women defeated Moldova women 1-0. Spain defeated Poland women 3-0. Group E, Scotland lost to Portugal 2-0. Finland defeated Cyprus 5-0. And Group H, Romania over Croatia 1-0. In championship soccer, it was Norwich City 3, Birmingham City 1. Derby County 2, Huddersfield Town 0. Bristol City 3, Middlesbrough 1, Luton Town. Oh, they're winning up in Luton Town. Tied with Millwall 1-1. Nottingham Forest, Robin Hood's old stomping grounds, kicked Rotherham United 1-0. If I butcher your city or I butcher your name, butcher a name, I'm sorry, but what do I know? I was born in Texas. Wycombe Wanderers over Nottingham Forest beat Rotherham United 1-0. Wycombe Wanderers over Reading 1-0. In League One action, it was Wimbledon over Gillingham 1-0. Wigan Athletic over Bristol Rovers 2-1. Same score. Burton Albion beat Charlton Athletic 2-1. Crewe Alexander defeated Accrington Stanley 2-0. Ipswich Town defeated Hull City 1-0. Lincoln City and Swindon Town tied at 2. Northampton Town and Rochdale tied at negative, otherwise known as goose eggs. Portsmouth 1, Oxford United 0. Shrewsbury Town 4, Milton Keynes Dunes 2. Sunderland 2, Fleetwood Town 0. Peterborough United 3, Plymouth Argyle 0. In League Two action, it was Morecambe 2, Salford City 1, Bolton Wanderers 2, Scunthorpe United 0, Bradford City 1, Leyton Orient 0, Cheltenham Town 1, Cambridge United 0, Tranmere Rovers 3, Carlisle United 2, Exeter City 2, Colchester United 1, Grimsby Town 2, Crawley. Did we just skip? Yeah, we did. Nope. Yep, we went a little too uppy. There it is. Grimsby Town 2, Crawley Town 1. Harrogate Town defeated Mansfield Town 1-0. Barrow defeated Oldham Athletic 1-0. And Port Vale and Stevenage tied at 0. England and Northern Ireland in the women's international friendlies. England defeated Northern Ireland 6-0. Sweden over Malta 3-0. Costa Rica and Mexico tied at 0. France over Switzerland 2-0. National League of Football action. Dagenham and Redbridge lost to Sutton United 2-1. Aldershot Town over Maidenhead United 4-2. Torquay United over Solihull Moor 2-1. Hartlepool United and Wrexham tied at 0. Boreham Wood and Bromley tied at 1. Chesterfield over Accrington 1-0. Kingsland Town 5. Barnet 1. Stockport County and Notts County tied at 0, as did Wheelstone and Eastleigh. And Yeovil Town beat Weymouth 3-1. Scottish Championship, Inverness, Caledonia Thistle, and Altoa Athletic tied at 2. And, well, let's see, the Irish Premiership, Coltrane over Carrick Rangers 2-0. Cliftonville over Ballymena United 2-1. Glenhaven over Dungan Swifts 2-1. Glentoran over Linfield 1-0. The Australian A-League, it was Melbourne City 3, Sydney 2. In Austrian Bundesliga, it was Protocol Harburg 1, Swarovski Tyrol 0. Let's not neuter anymore. Let's take you to the scoreboard for a couple more items before we take our leave of this shining facility of ours. And trust me, I'm going to have a nice sleep. You get parched doing a job like this. All right. Let's get to it if we can, and we sure can. So here we go. Okay, in the EuroLeague, it was Zalgiris Kaunas over Crvena Zvezda Mountains, 75-62. Swedish hockey, Skellefteå 5, Linköpings 2, Åbro 1, Djurgårdens 0, Farsted 4, Rögle 0. And wow. Can we do it? Well, we'll give it a shot. Czech Republic in the Extraliga. It was Vikovic 3, Mlade Boleslav 2, Liberec 4, Kesk Bujovic 2, Litvinov 2, Oldenburg 1, Mountfield HK 2, Paradebis 1, Trinik 3, Ziln 2, Kometa Bruno 3, Karlovy Vary 1, Hammerlina 3, Tepra 0, Karpat, oh, this is Finland that I'm doing now. Hammerlina 3, Tepra 0, Karpat 1, Ivs 0. In overtime, actually, yeah, it would be overtime. Pelicans defeated Jukrit 5-4. Turku defeated JYP, you know what I mean, 4-3. Helsinki over Kuku in shootout 3-2. And Kalpa over Vasensport 3-2. Guess what, folk? We're done. We have fought the enemy, and the enemy succeeded. Why? Because we're done. We are done. We thank you for listening. Congratulations, Mandy, my YouTube neighbor, sweet lady that she is. Congratulations, Mandy, on reaching 3.5K of subscribers. And you asked earlier on your show, why? Why 3.5? Well, it's a very simple answer. Because we love you. And we want nothing more than for you and the rest of Comicsgate to succeed and to be the new blood for the comic industry. Or, excuse me, for the comics industry. You do a damn good work along with others. You, Peter Gilmore, John Mallon, EVS, Piper, Wyatt Holiday, Dark Gift, everybody associated and affiliated with Comicsgate. Bust your butts to create magic. And the way the industry is now, we need a whole lot of magic. Because with a lot of the industry being woke, the imagination, the creativity is just Comicsgate people like you and those I've mentioned are the best. They are the brightest. They are the future to save this industry from going stale. You did it once. And there's an old saying about saving lightning in a bottle. Well, lightning can strike twice. And I guarantee you, Wart the Wizard, Portal of Echoes, it's going to hit. It's going to be another good hit for you. You and the rest of these people, like I said, are the reason the comic book industry still exists. Stan Lee, if you were alive today, and he is in all of us, is upstairs looking down at the new blood of creators. He's saying, this is what I did. This is what I imagined. They bring their own light to this industry. And all of us who love comic books as a kid and as a grown adults, they love what you're doing. And if you still wonder why you made it this far, it's very simple. And I will say it again. You are loved, respected, and trust me, you're among the best. That's going to wrap it up for us. Thank you for tuning in. We'll talk to you all tomorrow. Same time, same vicious place. It is time for us to say goodnight in the usual way. And I do so especially for Mandy Summers, Wyatt, Peter, Gilmore, and everybody affiliated with Comicsgate. With love and blessings. It's been a presentation of Mystifying Creativity Productions in association with the Righteously Fun L2C Media Network and L2C Sports. I am Steve the Baxman Baxley for Franklin Pangborn and Harry Von Stuttgart saying thank you for watching. Back again tomorrow night. Be well and blessings. Good night, everybody.